There are a lot of factors which can influence how well your object show performs, but I think one that's barely talked about is the music that you use. I mean, sure, you can spend years mastering perfect BFDI style animation, but if you put some terrible music to your scene, nobody's gonna like it. Now I know what you're thinking, Joe, why can't I just use some royalty-free Kevin MacLeod like Carrie and Michael did back in 2010? Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but unlike 2 years ago when I made the first version of this video, which was terrible, nowadays, in order to have a popular object show, you need to have your own soundtrack written for it. Since my last video, not only has self-composed music in the object show community become more popular and more accessible, but we're also now seeing shows like The Power of Two and Inanimate Insanity choosing self-written music over royalty-free alternatives. So how do you write music for your scene? Well, in this video, I'll show you exactly how. We're going to take 2 scenes from BFDI and a third from BFDIA, remove the music, and then write some new music to go alongside it. We're going to prioritize writing original music that matches what the viewer sees on screen. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be willing to drop a like, a subscribe, and maybe you've learned a thing or two about how to write music of your own for your very own object show. I mean, it just bewilders me. There's so many tutorials on animation and audio and prop design on the internet, but there's none for writing music for your object show. This is such a crucial thing that people need to know how to do. Even popular creators like Webs4Revs, who's known for all his tutorials, just says, oh, steal some of Kevin MacLeod's. We can't do that nowadays, guys. So if the people with hundreds and thousands of subscribers aren't willing to do this, I may as well. This is how to write BFDI style music. 2026 edition. So I'm here in FL Studio. This is the same program people like Webs4Revs use. It's my preferred digital audio workstation, but know this, you can write music in any workstation. It doesn't matter, you know, how much it costs or anything. I just use this because I like the workflow a lot and I like some of the built-in features it has. Personally, if you were going to use a paid workstation, I would recommend FL Studio, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. For example, one of the things that FL Studio has that we're going to make use of today is this thing called Fruity Video Player. What this allows us to do is it allows us to play videos and it will sync up with the timeline, which I just think is more convenient for writing music to a scene specifically. So as I said in the intro, this first scene is going to be the opening scene of Season 1, Episode 1. In case you didn't know already, the song that usually plays under this is Kevin MacLeod's New Friendly. You know this one. Now, one of the first things you should do when writing your song, and it's one of the easiest steps, it's choosing what instruments to use. I've got this simple piano open here, I think we should use that. I also want some sort of synth pad, so I've opened up Surge XD here, which is a great plugin, it's free as well. That sounds beautiful. I also think we should have a jazz guitar as well. Just like another layer in there. And I think for a bit of melody, I've got this lo-fi flute plugin. They're all our main melodic instruments. I also think I'm going to record a bass line in live. And then for drums, I've got the jazz preset on the FPC. Here's a little pattern I've got built in. It just sounds like sort of intermission, almost like lobby or elevator music. It's really good. So now we've got all our instruments sorted, the next thing we're going to do is get the tempo right. Now the best way to determine the tempo is quite silly, but you watch through the scene and you clap every time there's a camera change or something happens. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to look at where all our claps are and adjust the tempo until most of the claps fall on a beat. I think 90 beats per minute works, so you can see that falls there. To test this, what I like to do is I like to put a sound on where all of the claps are aligned to the beat and then play the video back through.
Yeah, I know. She was so surprised. Really? Oh, for sure. I mean, it wasn't very big. Just a little bug, but Flower went crazy.
Yeah, I really like the way that works. This can take multiple tries, guys, so don't get discouraged if it doesn't work the first try. I'm now going to go through the rest of the scene and put these markers down where there's camera changes and the action things happen. Now this is where we start making the music.
Yeah, I know.
So I've got this down so far. It's one note. I think we should hold that until the text comes up over here. So let's try this. Wow, that's brilliant so far. So now let's add some other instruments on top of that. I'm thinking of the jazz guitar. Okay guys, so the main rule of thumb with all of this music is that we're connecting the auditory and the visual experience. Basically, anytime something happens on the screen, we are adding a note or making something happen in the music, and it's just connecting those two worlds together so it synchronizes with both what your eyes see and what your ears hear. I think after we do that G, when it moves over to pencil, we should move to a D. And then when they talk about the incident with Ice Cube and Flower, it goes up to an E flat, so it moves up chromatically here. Okay, now that we've done that, I think when it shows Flower, we need to go to like a really low note, because Flower's like the villain of BFDI Season 1. Now, I have shrunken the video a bit, but keep in mind, I always have it open. We always need to make sure we're looking at what's happening on screen while we're making these. I'm thinking sort of like, you know how in the Mario series, whenever they show Bowser, who's like the really evil character, they usually have an electric guitar there. Let's add an electric guitar. And then we should have something for when she kicks Ice Cube, of course. Okay, I think I know exactly what I want here. I want it to go back to that G, and then we're going to go to B, which is the major third. That could be quite nice. Oh, and then go to the C there, wait. I like how I went down there because Bubble was getting popped. Right, we've just done a really long section there with just the piano, so I'm going to add some more stuff to it. Okay, so I think we've done that section now. I think I'm going to record some bass in now. Okay, we've got bass cam now. That's kind of cool. Right, okay, I think that's the first bit done. Okay, good. Let me edit that now. Okay, so that's the first 20 bars done now. We're 53 seconds in. That's pretty good, you know, considering this is 3 minutes of music. I'll tell you this firsthand, guys. As you get better at this over time, as you do more practice, I suggest practicing with scenes from BFDI or other object shows. Your speed does increase dramatically because it's easier for you to look at a scene, figure out, you know, what chords to do, what notes to play, which instruments to play what. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep this going now. I think here, let's try modulating to C. I think that's a good idea. No, that's a really bad idea, actually. Let's go A major 7. Ooh, some nice... This bit's gonna get a bit jazzy. I just think this is where the drums should come in, you know. Let's get that loop from earlier. I'm gonna use like a synth lead here. This one's called Butter. It's one of my personal favorites. So I think that's going to be like our main like sort of progression for this loop. I'm not sure if I said this already, but usually what I like to do is I like to get sort of like the main chords, the main ideas down first, and then sort of do little bits and pieces for what's actually happening in the scene. Right, let's just loop those chords again. Right, let's add some more stuff. I kind of came up with like a woody motif over here. That was like perfect. I love when he screamed that was brilliant. We should probably also add like some sort of like big crash. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so I've got bass cam back, and I actually don't know what I'm playing. That's a great sign, isn't it? Lovely. Okay, let me just fix some of that. Okay, so I think we're done with this first half. When I come back, because I'm going to go get some lunch now, we're going to do the second half. Hey guys, I'm back. Our lunch was wonderful, thanks for asking. I had a sandwich and some bootleg Morrison's Doritos, and some jammy Dodgers. Woody flying through the sky. And then we're gonna do like another big C minor here. I think we should start this next bit with like a big bass line. Come on, that was kind of cold. Okay, that was alright. It's like he just says something to tennis ball, then it cuts away. That is brilliant. I need like the SpongeBob like boo-wop sound. I love that so much. I think here, I don't know how I missed this, but when Woody is like crushing on Teardrop, we need some pizzicato strings or something. All strings pizzicato. Beautiful. Right, next we have Spongy. I think I've got a good idea of what kind of sound I want Spongy to have. I'm thinking like a sort of a synth bass, but like a bit sort of wah-wah. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so I think we're mostly done with the actual creative process now. Now is the really fun part. Now we get to mix everything.
Yeah, I know. She was so surprised. Really? Oh, for sure. I mean, it wasn't very big. Just a little bug, but Flower went crazy. OMG, Flower is really afraid of bugs. Well, yeah. Flower thinks she's so fabulous. Like the time she asked Icy if she was beautiful. Ice Cube, don't you think I look beautiful?
No. Oh, I remember that. I am so gonna get revenge on her. I cannot believe how she thinks we will be her servants. I'm so glad you guys are my friends, so really. Bubble likes me too, right, Bubble?
Yeah? No, Ice Cube, stop! You nearly pulped me. Oh, it's not my fault. It's the stupid Blocky here. It's his fault.
Fine, I'll get needles.
Yoinks! What was that for?
Hey, I'm just in the mood to hurt someone.
Woody, get up. There's a life out there to enjoy, so enjoy it. Teardrop, calm down. Kicking Woody could severely injure him. He is balsa.
I can't believe what a scaredy cat Woody is. He's so uncool. Pen, though, you're cool.
So are you, Eraser.
Ugh. Whoa! Rocky! Wake up!
What?
Hi, Teeny.
Hi, good old friend.
Tiny, you're so dumb. Hey. Oh my gosh, Fiery. You're so easy to slap. Tiny, stop fighting. And Spongy, take a bath. You're stinky.
So, isn't Golf Ball bossy? I know. She is like a bossy bot. A bossy robot? Well, a robot that was built to be its bossiest. I'd do anything to get away from her. Or Flower, or Woody, or Spongy.
Well, then you're in luck.
How?
Okay guys, so that's it for the first scene. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sorry if the audio was a bit rough at times, especially with the original BFDI clip. The FLAs were never fully released for this scene, so to get it without the music and the sound effects, I just had to put it through Adobe's voice enhancer. Although this does cause it to cut out characters like Rocky and Ice Cube just because of how high-pitched their voices are. But yeah, I'm quite proud of how that turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and we're going to go over to scene 2 now. Okay guys, you know what time it is? It is time to do scene number 2. Once again, Fruity Video Player. So this scene is taken right from the end of BFDI 25, when Fiery comes in with the hang glider to save Leafy. Once again, first thing we're going to do is choose our instruments. So I think for this we're going to need some strings. I like this preset here, it's called Strings for Film. Yeah, that sounds lovely. Once again, we're just going to watch through this and clap.
Good job, Pencil.
Any last words, Sleepy?
Yeah,
Okay, now what we're going to do is once again we're going to adjust the tempo until everything lands roughly on a beat. So I think for this 97 beats per minute works because it lines there, 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 there. Let's play some of our markers down then. Okay, we're all done with that now. Let's try something like this.
Good job, Pencil.
Any last words, Sleepy?
yeah,
Hey, what's up?
And then I think here, like we did in scene 1, we're going to go to the major third again. I think if I did like all the music for BFDI, which, you know, I might do at some point, but that would take a very long time, I think I would definitely give each character sort of their own motif. And I think Leafy would be sort of more like the major third, because then you could also go the minor third when she's more evil. So yeah, let me put a major third in here. Now the major third of D, which is the key we're in, is F sharp.
Hey, like, what's that thing over there? What are you doing? Get your hands on me, jerk! Leave!
So I think here we're going to have 3 beats of silence, and then we're going to do a very simple progression, but we're only going to do it with the notes. We're not going to do it with full chords, because that's a very easy way of getting a very thin texture.
Jerk! Leafy! Leafy! Leafy, I'm sorry for what I did. I realized that what I wanted most wasn't Dream Island. It's you, your friendship. I just want you to know that I'm tired of all this turmoil that's going on, all these conflicts and stuff. And I'd rather spend my time with you, whether it's on Dream Island or not. Really, you mean it? Hurry up. We have to get back to the execution.
So I think on top of that we need to layer a piano. Let's just use the Yamaha C7 again. Okay, we should probably add something else on top of that. I'm thinking of an acoustic guitar. Actually, you know what? I think I prefer the sound of this just sort of on its own over the string. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this part where the strings just play one note and I'm going to get rid of it and I'm going to replace it with the guitar. Something's very important, guys. It's not being afraid of changing what you've already put down. Because sometimes you can discover something which fits the scene better. You've got to not commit to everything you do. Sometimes when I'm doing a scene, I can find it really difficult to express the emotion that is being presented in it through music. It's because music is such an abstract concept. I mean, you've got 12 notes to work with and that's it, and somehow you've got to get feeling out of that. It's definitely a skill that you have to train it up over time. One of the best ways of doing that is through practicing scenes and stuff and just sort of getting to know all the different instruments and all the different things inside your digital audio workstation. Sorry, I got a bit sidetracked there, guys. Something else I should probably say is that I don't like quantizing my stuff that often. Quantizing is where you snap a note on the beat or you snap the velocity, which is how loud you play it to a certain level. I have this keyboard next to me. It's a Yamaha PSR E353. I really like it because first it's 5 octaves, which means you get, you know, lots of different notes to play. I see some smaller MIDI keyboards which are like 2 octaves and it's like, how do you play like 2 hands on that? It's also got some great velocity like sensitivity and stuff. I just like playing all my stuff in live. It gives you more control on how it sounds, and it's a lot less time than if I was to manually automate all the velocities here and stuff, which some people do actually do. Right, what else should we add here? We're going to bring back butter. We've got Surge XD here. If you want to find it, you just go, it's a factory preset, you just go leads and then it's butter. It's right here. Yeah. Okay, that's good, but I also want to add on top of that some sounds like Eraser pressing the button and Fiery flying in, because that moment where we see Fiery, that's a really big moment. might automate that there so it just fades in. Right, we need something else. Let's add some of this. This is like a nice like crystal synth. Wait, and then hold that on there. That's really nice. I'm actually on the verge of tearing up here. Music can really change how a scene feels. Like, I'm just gonna play like this scene here, but with some random music over the top.
Good job, Pencil. Any last words, Sleepy?
Yeah,
Hey, like, what's that thing over there?
What are you doing? Get your hands off of me, you jerk!
Leafy! Leafy, I'm sorry for what I did. I realized that what I wanted most wasn't Dream Island. It's you, your friendship. I just want you to know that I'm tired of all this turmoil that's going on, all these conflicts and stuff. And I'd rather spend my time with you, whether it's on Dream Island or not.
Philly, you read it?
Hurry up, we have to get back to the execution.
So yeah, I think we're done. Let's take a look at the finished result.
Good job, Pencil. Any last words, Sleepy?
Yeah,
Hey, like, what's that thing over there?
What are you doing? Get your hands off of me, you jerk!
Leafy! Leafy, I'm sorry for what I did. I realized that what I wanted most wasn't Dream Island. It's you, your friendship. I just want you to know that I'm tired of all this turmoil that's going on, all these conflicts and stuff. And I'd rather spend my time with you, whether it's on Dream Island or not.
Philly, you read it?
Hurry up, we have to get back to the execution.
Okay, scene 3 time. You guys know it, Fruity Video Player. I don't actually think I have to explain more about the whole creation process of this one because we've covered that mostly in the other 2 scenes. But what I'm going to be focusing on in this one is what we're doing differently because this is definitely more of an action-packed scene than the other 2. I'm just going to get the BPM, give me a sec. Okay, it's 174. I've placed down some markers and time signatures as per usual. Now the main thing with this is that it's a big action-packed section and I'm thinking we need like a massive percussion section, loads of drums, loads of sound effects, loads of all of that nonsense, and not that much of like chords and melody like we've had in the previous 2 scenes. Let me just get a load of drum loops out. Okay, let's take a look at what we got. So first I got this like power loop. Then I've got this one that we could use like, it's like an additional layer. Then I've got this one which we could use to like dial it back a bit. Then we got like this funky break. Then we got this one which we could use as a fill. Then we've got 2 here which are like sort of faster. Then we got this one which is like lower. Then we got this one I put a load of reverb on. What I've done, guys, is I've labelled all of these. That's a good idea. Right, now we're just gonna go through the scene and look at everything, I guess. Hey guys, so I forgot to speak for like the next 40 minutes. So to save you the boredom, I'm gonna tell you all of the drum loops I used were free packs that you get with Fruity Loops and that you could probably find online as well. In my view, if you've got an action-packed scene, just do drums. Unless it's like, you know, emotionally tense, if it's just like, you know, a physical action like the middle of a challenge or something, all you need is drums. Just layer them a lot, you know, maybe add some effects to some. But honestly, unlike the other 2 scenes, this one is much more simple to do. And I'd suggest if you're starting out, do a more action-packed scene. Because quite ironically, it's usually the more relaxing scenes which are more difficult to write the music for. Anyway, I say something now. Okay, so I think we're all done with this. here's the finished result.
Don't you want Dream Island? Yeah, sure, I do. But we don't actually have to capture Leafy, do we?
Yes, we do.
Why?
Because if we let Leafy escape, she'll steal Dream Island. Ted, which way do we go?
That way.
And just use the Leafy detector.
Leafy detector?
I mean, why prospect when you can detect?
We can too.
Okay, and that is going to sum up this video. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. If you want more videos like this in future, or if there's a specific scene you want me to do, leave a comment and I might do it in the future. Who knows? Of course, like last video, all of the FLP files, if you do use Fruity Loops, will be in the description. Because I feel like if you looked around and saw firsthand some of the choices that I made, that could help you grow your learning a bit more. But yeah, I guess that leaves me with nothing else to say except for see you in the next one.